हेलो गाइस, सोल सीरीज़ में खुशामदीद कहते हैं आपको। आज हम कोरिया के एक ट्रेडिशनल फूड कुकिंग क्लास लेने जा रहे हैं और वहाँ से आपको अपडेट देते हैं और दिखाते हैं किस तरह कुकिंग करते हैं। तो ये हमारा मेन किचन है, यहाँ पर हम लोग सब सीखने आए हैं। इसका व्यू दिखाते हैं आपको ओवरऑल। ये जगह है और इसके ये मेन्यू लगे हुए हैं, देखें किस तरीके से डिज़ाइन किया हुआ है, कितना खूबसूरत तरीके से मैनेज किया हुआ है। बहुत ही खूबसूरत बना के रखा हुआ है इन्होंने मेन्यू। और इसको आप आई थिंक से रोटेट भी कर सकते हैं, रोटेट करके सारी चीज़ें बहुत ही खूबसूरत बनाया है। अंदर का एनवायरनमेंट चेक करें, नीट एंड क्लीन है, सफाई सुथराई बिल्कुल हर एक चीज़ का। ये पूरी दुनिया से लोग आए हुए हैं यहाँ पर, तमाम लोग आए हुए थे ये हमारे साथ आज, और आज इन्होंने पार्टिसिपेशन किया इस क्लास के अंदर।
So here we have a chicken. Today we have chicken thigh, but the weird thing about dakgalbi is dak is chicken, galbi is rib, but we never use the ribs. Like for the chicken, there's no like a much of meat on the ribs, right? But like other things, we like a pork or we have the meat on the ribs. That's kind of odd that we're seeing dakgalbi. But there's a few stories why we're seeing dakgalbi, because actually a long time ago they cut the chicken. They used to put it where the ribs are. But back then, we cooked it on the over the coal, directly on the fire. So even though the chicken had a lot of fat, it all dripped down through the over the coal. So it was not very fatty, oily, but ever since we started to cook it on the griddle, when you cook the chicken, and now we're using the chicken thigh, so it was a lot of fat remaining on the griddle. So that's why we started to add a lot of vegetable to the dakgalbi. And I heard the story, we did a lot of adventure using the cabbage instead, or a lot of like an onion add to the dakgalbi. But we start to add the cabbage like this, not the like an apple cabbage. I hate to say it like apple cabbage, but like but like this type of cabbage goes very well because the sweet flavor of this type of cabbage goes very well with the flavor of the dakgalbi. So it's like the most common type that we use. And for the carrot, we're just going to thinly slice. About like 2 millimeter. Green onion, we're going to slice diagonally. When you look at the Korean recipes, a lot of recipe calls to slice the green onion diagonally. It helps to pick up with the chopstick part since it's longer. We recently changed all of our knives, so you have to be careful not to hurt yourself. And then onion, we're going to slice. If it has a root, get rid of it. Mine doesn't have. And when the recipe calls for sliced onion, just follow the grain. Don't cut against the grain because if you cut against the grain, it breaks easily. And then here we have a little bit of tteok. We're going to add it very last. And here we have sweet potato. Be careful. And for the sweet potato, we're going to cut it slightly thicker than or actually more thicker than the carrot. Because once it's fully cooked, it breaks very easily.
This sweet potato, you pick the palm of the
This one I believe is bamboo. But I honestly it doesn't really matter for like that. We just want to have a sweeter flavor of the. There's many ways to mince the garlic. You can do crush them and then go over like this, or you can be more fine and go slice everything like this first, and then go the other way. Right now I do Korean food, but back then when I just graduated from the school, I worked at the French restaurant, and my chef always yelled at me if I chopped the garlic like crazy. So I had to do this. But like I feel like the more Korean way is like a crush and then mix everything.
It's like more easy as compared to this one. You have to slice it.
So for the rest of the garlic, I'll do my Korean. When you do this, please be careful not to cut yourself. On the recipe, the first step was it says cut the chicken thigh but I did it very last because I wanted to clean the cutting board piece. I'm going to cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. If you don't like the skin, you can get rid of it. But I always like the skin on the dakgalbi. Let's see.
Delicious, you say.
Yeah. All the fat and everything. Feels guilty, but it tastes good. The one different thing compared to the chicekn and the dakgalbi, chicekn we usually marinate the meat with the sauce, but for the dakgalbi we usually just add the sauce first. I don't know I don't know why, but that's like how it was always. But if you want to do the like a very traditional way, if you are going to cook it on the charcoal, you might have to marinate, and then don't cut it into pieces. We use the whole piece of chicken thigh. Okay, and I'm going to start cooking first, and then make the sauce, so we can do it quicker. So you can practice quicker. And here we have our induction. I don't know if you can hear, our induction is very, very strong, so you have to be careful. It goes up to 10, but if you put it on 10, it burns everything. So we usually just keep our induction on like a 2 or 3. Keep that in mind. So we're going to cook the sweet potato and the cabbage, so it shrinks a little bit. Our pan is a little tiny, so we're going to do that first. So we're going to cook those until we get the water from the cabbage, and also sweet potatoes start to turn slightly yellow on the edge, and we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. You can feel the heat coming in. I'll go like 1, 2, 3 and control. Yeah. This is our very first time doing dakgalbi class. So if today it goes well, then we might put it on a regular menu.
That's the plan.
Yeah. But what can go wrong for dakgalbi? I don't know. So add the sweet potato, the cabbage first. And one thing I want to ask you, if you have a measuring spoon up there, I don't know, I'm not sure, but please don't scratch the pan with the measuring spoon. It's special. And now I'm going to make the sauce. So main ingredient for the dakgalbi sauce is the gochujang, Korean. Are you okay?
Is it spicy?
Actually, gochujang is not very spicy. It has more of like a, I don't like this word either, but like umami, like how it has like deep flavor. It's more on the sauce is already made, so you have to control. But we gave you very generous amount of sauce, so you have to you can control the amount of the. So here we have gochujang and the ganjang. Ganjang gives a nice flavor and also adds a salty flavor to the sauce. And for the spicy flavor, we'll add a not a little bit, a lot of chili powder. But this chili powder is not the spicy one. When you look at the like a chili powder, there's a like cheongyang Gochujang chili powder. That one's spicy, but this one isn't that spicy. Before you add to the dish, I recommend to taste a bit of the sauce and then see you can maybe control the amount.
I have a question. The second thing you put in Ganjang?
Ganjang
Is that soy sauce?
Yeah, it's a soy sauce. So in Korea, we add flavor with the Ganjang, Gochujang, Ganjang, and Ganjang and Ganjang comes at the same time. We make the beju, which is a block of soybean. We dry them and then put it in the salted water, and the block of soybean becomes Ganjang, and the salted water becomes the Ganjang. And after like 4 to 5 months, we separate them and we put it in the Ganjang and Ganjang. We put it in like an earthen jar we call hang. We put it in there and then we ferment it for like I don't know how long, like hundreds of years. And then a little bit of Jocheong. Jocheong is a rice syrup. Have you ever had the Korean traditional drink chicekn?
Yeah.
If you drain the rice grains from the chicekn and then simmer the liquid for a long time, it becomes jocheong. So it's all come from the same thing. If you simmer the reduce that's the word. Reduce the jocheong for a long time, then it becomes yeok, which is a Korean town. And here we have Korean rice wine. And ginger, and minced garlic, and then sugar. So Jocheong gives the Korean rice syrup, gives a sweet flavor, but also gives a shininess to the dakgalbi.
This is sugar.
Yeah, sure. Maybe today the sauce is already prepared, but maybe if you are going to do it at home, then you can adjust the amount of everything. We had to make the sauce for because it's a lot of ingredients.
So we should cut the garlic and add it to the sauce?
Yeah. And sesame seed oil. I feel like if you have sesame allergy, it will be very difficult to live in Korea. We add a lot of sesame seed and sesame seed oil to the dishes. And then sesame seed. If you want to add extra flavor to the sauce, then crush with your fingertip. Yes. And then black pepper. And the very last ingredient is guess what this is?
Turmeric?
Yeah.
What is it?
Curry.
Curry.
It's not very traditional. I wouldn't say like it's a very traditional ingredient, but nowadays, ever since like the 1990s, we started to add the curry powder, pinch of curry powder. It accentuates the flavor. So we'll add a little bit of it for the flavor. It's a lot of. And it sticks to the bottom of the pan very easily, so I'll just add the tteok very last.
Did the duck, you just store it in the refrigerator? Do you have to do anything to prepare it for the duck?
Tteok.
Yes.
If you buy at the supermarket, you have to soak it in the water before you use, so it softens a little bit. But if you have like a rice cake place like Tteok nearby, then I recommend to go there and then buy the fresh one. It's always good. This area where this place is very like an old-ish town. So we have a lot of Tteok around. So we usually get the tteok from the Tteok. But this one we got it yesterday, so it's a little bit hard. But since we got it right before, it's going to soften very quickly. So I added 4 tablespoons of sauce, but I feel like I need more. So you taste and then check the color and then make it your own style. When I was making the sauce yesterday, we made it yesterday. Smelling the sauce itself was like so good. Do you like spicy food? For me, I love spicy food. Like, I don't know. Every Korean food gets so spicy nowadays. So that's kind of, I don't know. I feel that's kind of bad. But if I make this at home, then I would add a little bit of 청양고추 to spice it up. So cook it until the chicken thigh is all the way cooked, and you can put it in the tuna box. It's kind of bad that we don't have any dining space. It would be the best if you can eat it right away, but since because of that, we provide you to-go boxes. So every table on the paper bag, we have a to-go box. So once you're done, you can put it in the box and then take it. And reheat it on the pan if you go home. And maybe you can buy a pack of it when you go home, on the way you go. How long?
Yeah.
I would say like 5 minutes will be enough because
Only 5 minutes.
about 5 minutes. But you have to check, press a little bit. If it's hard, then it's done. But if it's still soft, then it's not done. So since we cut the chicken already into smaller pieces, so it doesn't need long time. But double check pressing it. So the cooking process is pretty much done. I'll finish mine and then I'll plate it.
This looks delicious.
Yeah.
This one is like rice cake or?
Yeah, rice cake. Rice cake for the bubble.